For most of the past century, owning a car symbolized independence for the average American. But a combination of technological, societal, and economic factors has begun to pave the way for alternatives to car ownership. What does the future hold for America's love affair with the automobile? That's the question more than 5,000 U.S. high school students tackled when they competed for over $150,000 in scholarship prizes in this year's Moody's Mega Math Challenge.
A lot of high school kids, they don't really understand what they have to do in a real job, but coming here and seeing what you're learning in school, how can it be applied to real life situations is really interesting, and it's really important to know.
The M3 Challenge encourages students to pursue careers in science and math by asking them to solve a real-world problem under real-world constraints. Teams see their problem for the first time when they log into the contest website during the challenge weekend in March. They then have just 14 hours to produce a solution.
Every one of the problems that Moody's has handed the kids over the years, you look at right away and it's obviously, yeah, that is an important problem that we do need to be able to solve. And it appears to not really have been solved yet. If you just Google it, you don't come up with 10 solutions. I think it helps them see that they do have something to contribute.
This year's problem required students to examine how much U.S. drivers are driving, how and where car-sharing businesses could thrive, and how emerging technology like driverless cars could shake things up even more.
Students across the country were really able to answer this and have some confidence that it truly could be a useful thing for some people.
You're not going to solve the problem in 14 hours, but just do the best that you can with the data that you have. And I really like the unique perspectives that you could get on the problem, because you can give everyone the same problem and everyone will have different solutions, but they're all correct.
More than 1,000 solution papers were submitted by teams during the challenge weekend. After weeks of review by panels of Ph.D. level mathematicians, 6 finalist teams were invited to present and defend their solutions at Moody's corporate headquarters in New York.
Among the 4 different car sharing models, we figured out that fractional ownership, when people literally come together and buy a car and own it and share it, we figured out that that would be the cheapest model now and in the future when you have autonomous vehicles and electric vehicles.
So we concluded that the one-way car model is the best because it's pricey to have to pay for the time that the car waits at your location.
We actually took about 200,000 data points from a traffic survey in 2009, and then we took data about population density in the 4 cities we were assigned to analyze, and we took a lot of data about how humans move around in general.
I think it's important to have this challenge because, first, we need to promote math modeling and applied math. Secondly, I think it's important because it's a fair, level competition. Any student, any high school in the United States can participate. You come in on a weekend, you get it done, you can come up with a good solution with what you learn in 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, high school math.
So the winner of the 2016 Moody's Mega Math Challenge and scholarships of $20,000, St. John's School, Houston, Texas.
The challenge is organized by the Society for Industrial and Applied Mathematics and funded by the Moody's Foundation.
I think it's a fantastic experience for the students to draw on the math that they're learning and apply it in such an interdisciplinary way, where they need to think about some of the other subjects that they're learning, geography, science, communication skills that they all displayed marvelously in their presentations. I mean, I think that is the way that math is used in the real world. When people ask, why do I need to learn math? These students won't be asking that question. They'll see why they need to learn math.
I think apart from the energy, which obviously you get when you see your students pulling things together in a way that they have not had to do in the past, or at least in a different configuration, it's also true that seeing the benefits that come from this sort of cooperation and working together gives me ideas for my own courses I teach.
I think it's so important for students to see that mathematicians are using this stuff. We use this to predict the future, we try and answer big questions, and all of that can be done in the language of mathematics.
Participating in the M3 Challenge has helped us think about careers in mathematical modeling and how we could work with mathematics one day.
Contests like this help show people that you don't really need to be an expert to get a feel for what math modeling is. We came from no experience and we did really well, so it just kind of inspires people to tackle hard problems.
Anybody with creativity and ideas can get a team of people, find that weekend and just do it. So do it.